Hey guys, Mac from Pattern Traders. I want to talk to you guys strictly about the high low today. I'm gonna make it as fast as I possibly can, but I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about, you know what? I might make a different video for where I think BTC is heading. All right, so let me delete everything. What am I working with? All right. So what is high low? Why do I use it? Every Friday, CMEs close for the weekend. Manipulation takes place over the weekend. Come Sunday evening, CMEs reopen. Come Monday, the banks open. So usually you anticipate that come Monday, the banks will stabilize the price and bring it back into its original range and whatnot. So usually on weekends, you won't get an important move. So pumps usually get dumped on Mondays. Pumps that take place over the weekend get dumped on Mondays. Pumps that take place over the weekend usually get dumped on Mondays and whatnot. The most important thing when we are trending is an established Monday range. Period. You get that, you get an established Monday range, and you're gonna have a better indication of where the market is heading. So, off the bat, look how disgusting this is. Off the bat, let me show you what I'm dealing with. All right. So this is a main structure over here. We distributed a little bit. We went down, made a low, went back up, back into the old trading range. Um, Created a new trading range. Right. We went up. We took out these highs with this. Consider this like a deviation, right? Blow off top for this specific range, and then we broke back down, created another, I don't even know what you want to call this, but this is a micro range, and now we're just chopping around, right? And we're chopping around and chopping around. So ideally what you want to tell yourself is, if we're strictly playing with this being your original range, right, and this being my new range, this is strictly for micro. Don't get confused. What is price going to do once we take those highs, right? So we'll have higher lows going out, right? And then we have these highs that we want to take out, right? Assuming that this sticks. If this doesn't stick, then we're going up from here, right? But it doesn't make sense for this to happen, this little throw over to happen. That means that it took out these highs. We have no business getting back up here until we go down and take out these wicks. But that's just my 2 cents. That's not really what I'm here to preach. Okay, so now you see the structure that we're dealing with. Now the reason why I like playing with the high and low is because it gives me an idea of where my range stands. So what I do on my high and low is I have my PT range, which is my Monday high, my Monday low, and my weekly open. And I always have my daily open clicked on. Usually I have my monthly open also, but as you can tell, it's further down. So all I do is find it, label it, and then I get rid of it because I don't want it to be in the way. So now all I have is my daily open. Those who have been talking to me since the morning on Discord know that I've been saying, guys, if we can't get above daily open, at least on a 1 hour time frame, this thing is not bullish, it's bearish, right? So we originally rejected off the weekly open, which is also the previous daily open, came back down. Now it retested today's daily open, which we seem to not be able to get above. But if we do happen to get above this daily open, we should go and target these highs and these highs. Now if we get above weekly open, then we could talk about targeting the Monday high, right? But until we take over and reclaim the weekly open, I don't want to hear about no 16,000s, right? All right, so that's what we're dealing with. Now the strategy behind the Monday high and the Monday low is that Monday sets the tone for the week. Come Tuesday, you're able to get into an intra-week trade because one of the two sides was swept. So now let's just talk about the ranges, right? We had our first range over here. Let's put this as my number 1, right? And now we're dealing with this weird looking structure over here. We made a low. Let's get rid of this because it's in the way, right? And then within this structure, we have the mini structures, which is this. I'll make this right. And then within that structure, go to the 50-minute, we have the high, the low, and then the other high. This structure right there. I know this is confusing, but guys, just bear with me. It's gonna all make sense. So now we have 3 structures. Let's take the fib levels now, and then tell me what you see. Fib level number 1. So main structure fib level. Let's get rid of the high low because I don't want to confuse you guys. All right. So the original bounce, first bounce, was off the golden pocket 0.618 and 0.65, which is fine, right? And not a lot of people will take this, even though it was pretty damn clear that we're going to go take out this liquidity over here. But regardless, if you miss this, where do you get back into another long if you're just playing the fib levels? So now we have the gray structure, which has the 0.5 level being over here. Then you have your extension, which is the high that was made after you made your high or low, the low of that high, and then the retest of that high before it broke structure, because this broke structure, gives you the 1.272 confluence. Look how beautiful this is. Now take the microstructure, and then look where the golden level is again over here. So we had lots of confluence over here for a long, right? But anyway, I don't anticipate this is gonna hold regardless, right? I'm still thinking that we're gonna get somewhere down here. I have heavy bids over here at the 0.618, at the 1.618 of the extension plus the OTE of the whole fib level. And if we happen to not hold this, the remainder of my bids are down here, right? Which is pretty much what I'm anticipating to happen, which I would hope happens. Let's delete everything. Let's just put the trend line, which is something like this. Basically, go up, down, and then go up like this. Either to screw these longers or somehow to come all the way down here and take out a portion of this long wick, you know? So now, knowing all this, throw on your high low. What do you see? A Monday low at these beautiful lows, right? So let's do the math now, guys. What happens if we can't get above the daily open? Look how clean this is. What happens if we cannot get above the daily? Or say we do get it, and we go up, we take out this high, we reject again on weekly open, we go back down, we sweep these lows, and then we reclaim Monday low. This is your long, and then you long to Valuha over here to go freak into 16.5s or wherever you want to long to, right? But I'm trying to explain to you guys that when we're trending and we can't use the TMA bands because we anticipate we have broken above it and we didn't really look. We broke above the bands, right? Somewhere down here, broke above it. We've been trending. We tried to range a little bit over here, which was good. If you caught these scalps, beautiful. But then we broke back under it, went back up. So now I'm anticipating that we won't start ranging again until we get the 12-hour to fall back into the TMA bands the way it did over here. Look, we ended up coming back in at this point, so we had this whole range to work with, which was a good like maybe 2 weeks worth of scalps on the lowers. So since I don't have a good range to play with for scalps, I'm scalping with my Monday low, Monday high, my weekly open. So turn your mid TMA band on, right? Gray means that we are distributing, neutral. Green is bullish, red is bearish, right? And what I'm thinking is going to happen, we're coming down here, and it'll be the best opportunity to long if you see this type of behavior. Sweep, reclaim, up. Or if we don't get that, just wait until we reclaim the weekly and go up and go for Monday high. But if you happen to see us take these highs and then close back under Monday high, short it and target Monday low. I'm telling you right now, if we happen to take out these highs before we take out this is going to be your setup. Straight, it can't get easier than this, right, guys? All right, so now you understand why I use it, how I use it, and then if you want to actually monthly open, you know, the monthly level should get tapped one way or another. Maybe not tomorrow, but should get tapped soon. 1 second, guys. I'm eating at the same time. So. That being said, sure. Monday range is the most important thing to take place when you have no direction, when you have chop. Wait for it. The goal for this Discord and for everything that we're preaching is for you not to force trades. So this is the perfect bottom, this is the perfect top. In hindsight, right? This in between is chop. So I'm not for playing this. The idea is that I want to teach you guys how to use the oscillators so that when we do happen to get into a bull run, when we do happen to actually create a beautiful range, the rotations are going to be $1,000 at a time on a weekly basis. So we'll be able to make a lot of money. I don't want you guys to lose your money chasing this chop. Be patient. Only play safe trades. There's no reason for you to always be in a trade. Like right now, I'm scalping. Right, I'm scalping left and right. Doesn't matter. I'm making a grand here, 2 grand there. It's not much, but my main move is my November 12th move. So I know now that come November 12th, I'm going to look for longs, and I'm anticipating that this long should bring us up to the main short. Yeah, I don't know 100% yet. I'm not going to say that until I get more clarification with John. So if we happen to get a Monday sweep like this by the day, Jesus Christ, long your longs 90,000x deep. It's gonna go up, right? Now, and then your invalidation is very clear, dude. Like whatever low we put over here, if you hop into a long, that's your invalidation. Stop loss that. So if you see that we swept the Monday low, look, very simple, man. This is why you can go heavy. This is what I do. This is why I go heavy on specific. I go heavier on certain setups because my validation is so crystal clear. And obviously, you want to first target the weekly open, then your Monday high, and then you want to do your extension, which is going to be probably this, and I don't know. Say we stop here, and you want to target this right here, something like this, right? I'm just giving you ideas of what I'm assuming is going to happen and whatnot. So that being said, You just need to be patient. And I want to tell you one more thing. Look how crystal clear this head is. This 1 hour painted a beautiful head. But yeah, we're chopping around over here. You know what? You know why we're chopping? Because altcoins are running. It's giving altcoins the opportunity to run. That's why we're chopping. Otherwise, if altcoins were still on the side burner, this thing would have ran so fast, it would have been all the way up. I'm anticipating that wherever this is, this has to come up here. This has to contest this high. So whether we do it from here or here, but it still has to contest this high up here. This has to match before we could even anticipate some kind of like top pattern. The last 4 hour head that took place was massive. Look at it. Straight up. It was 11,500. It went all the way up to, it did a $4,000 move. You're not going to always get that, guys. You're not going to always get that. Look, it's a crystal clear head. You can see it from a mile away. Usually you're going to get at least a $1,500 move, $750 to $1,500. Sometimes $2,000 if you're lucky and whatnot. But this one panned out more because the higher time frame was in sync with it, right? It was in sync with it. So heads are very important in oscillators. If you know how to spot them, you can make a lot of money. You can avoid making mistakes. You can avoid shorting and whatnot. So again, what I'm anticipating to take place is, let me turn this off. I would love a sweep of Monday low. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I would love it. I don't know what that poke up was, but I'm assuming it's manipulation. So I would love some kind of dip down here and then go up, which will coincide with the sweep of Monday lows into my OTE of the fibs, and then I'm gonna long that, snipe that, long that mad hard, and then target weekly, monthly, Monday high, and then whatever target I want to do after that. Right? So now if we go up before we go down, I will anticipate that we're probably gonna get above weekly open like this, come over here and then reject, you know, or just take out these highs over here, all of these, and then reject, and then have this as a top pattern, right? So something like this. I don't know why I'm not bearish, guys, but I just can't see us pumping to God knows where with these wicks like this. I need at least one of them to get taken, you know, and usually when there's a big wick buy a Monday low, a wick this size, you sweep it. It's crazy liquidity over here. So many people that longed here, they need to get screwed, man. I mean, guys, nothing needs to happen, right? But that's what I'm anticipating. I'm prepared for anything, though, guys. I'm hawking the charts for the next 3 days. I'm not leaving my house. I moved all my appointments to next week purposely because I want to catch the November 12th long. So again, the reason why I like Monday high, Monday low, weekly open is because it sets the tone for the whole week. So if you get a sweep of either the high or the low first, long gets shorted. Always have your daily open on. It's very hard to break above it. You could always short it if you see that we are very weak. You know, it's a very big level for me when it comes to price action. If you can't even get above the daily open, you don't even talk to me about the weekly open, right? And look, when we dumped, on Monday high, when we dumped, look exactly where we landed. We landed on previous day open. That's a daily open. That's Sunday's open. Remember 8th? That's Sunday's open. We touched it and we wicked up. So now all these guys you're telling me are going to have a free ride up to 17,000 or to 16,000. I don't know, man. It seems unlikely to me. But I guess we'll see what happens. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to the high lows. I want to show you guys one more thing. Snap. I shorted the living bejesus out of this. And the only reason why I want you guys to see this is very important is because, wait, turn this off. I don't need this. See this curl? This is snap. This is in 2 days. In 2 days, we had a move of like 19% down. In 2 days, you have a curl, right? 2 days. What's going to happen when we curl here? Look. Same pattern, guys. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Within the right shoulder, you have 1, 2, 3 tops. There's no such thing as 4 tops. I don't want to hear it. You don't like the video? Delete it. Don't even argue with me. There is no 4 top pattern in oscillators. Sorry. I never seen it. Now, if it happens, God bless. It's a brand new thing. I've never in my life seen a 4 top pattern. So, snap. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. 1, 2, oops, 2 tops. Now, can this go down and go for a 3rd top? Sure. But this thing should offer at least, I'm going to anticipate that we're going to come down to at least maybe another 15% down. Somewhere along the lines of, probably down here, man. I don't know. Yeah, it should be a massive dump that's going to come down. Massive. Not even exaggerating. Massive. Weekly, curled, red dots. Almost curling. Not yet. This is still pointing north, so there's still some juice in the tank. 2 week. Exhausted. 2 week has some juice, but if this thing starts curling, the 3rd top's going to be it. You know? This is why I'm anticipating the 2 week, which is going to be basically the 2021 run. Now, what I mean by the 2021 run is that this, if this thing curls and goes for a 3rd top, basically this, right? This will take place sometime probably at Q3 or Q4 of 2021, which is going to make a higher high, go like maybe to 21 to 24,000, maybe even 28,000, and then that will start the bear market. Massive bear market, right? You can tell, look, beautiful head, guys, beautiful head. And now we have our 1st top, our 2nd top. We could go for a 3rd top, but if we go for a 3rd top, it's going to be the $21,000 to $24,000 mark, right? Anyway, that's not the reason that I want to show the difference, the similarities to Snap. So if the 5-day and Snap is giving us a 20% dump in 2 days, what do you think is going to happen to BTC when this thing curls? Well, you can only get a 20% dump on BTC, which is more volatile and easier to move than crypto. If Snap's giving us 20% in 2 days, what's BTC going to give us? I'm anticipating at least 30-40%. So let's do the math. Let's start at 17,000 since you guys want to be a little optimistic, right? Let's do 30%. Where are we going? Where is that? 11,000s. You know? 4-day. Already a red dot. Red dot on 4-day. Beautiful. And we had our first poke. So, one more poke. 3-day. Red dot. Red dot. Red dot. Ooh. Love it. 2-day. Ooh, red dots. More red dots. Ooh, so close. It's going to curl. And when this thing curls, the bullets are going to get nothing but a big red, painful experience, let's just say. Yeah, man. Guys, the indicators are here for a reason, to give you guys a visual of where we're going to go. So, ideally, since the higher time frames still want one more poke, we should anticipate something like this. For you, right there. It's too far away. We have a big gap, guys, between TMA and price action. Remember how easy it filled on the daily? I mean, on the 4-hour. Where is this thing? 12,000. Love for you. There is no excuse for anybody in this Discord, after I've been preaching for weeks and weeks and weeks, that they don't catch this next top short. This should pay, well, I don't know, it depends on where you live, but this should pay for at least a year's worth of your mortgage, depending on where you live, of course, if you have any mortgages, guys, or how big you're betting, right? but I'm anticipating a massive opportunity for us to make a lot of money off of, right? So whatever poke we get, guys, be careful, short it, voila. I don't know where this is gonna go. Make sure you cancel all your plans for that week. Tell your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, leave me alone for 5 days. I need to catch this short. It's not gonna be quick. It's not gonna be a wick. It's basically the downward. It's gonna be a grind down. So if you catch this top distribution, sit on it, hold it. It's probably gonna take a couple of weeks, and then just exit whenever you think that the oscillators are turning bullish again, guys. You know, it's a very easy concept, and I'm preparing you guys from now before it happens, so you don't turn around and say, "Hey, Mike, Luca, it's easier to say it as you're back testing it, but at the end of the day, you know, doing it live." No, guys, I'm telling you, prepare for it. Whatever you see here will happen. There's no surprises. Whatever you see here is going to happen. We're getting our final retest, and when we get it, short it and walk away. Very simple. Short it and walk away. And then 2021, we should get a bunch of green momentum going back up. And that's it. And call it a day, man. I don't want anyone to text me or DM me, "Hey, Mike, you know, should I go short?" Dude, look for the retest and short it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yeah, I know this is a very bullish asset. I'm not going to tell you that it isn't. It is a very bullish asset, but the pattern completes, and when the pattern completes, it will die. Also, one more thing I want to tell you guys: the daily didn't do a bounce yet, right? So, whatever dump we get, I don't know where it's gonna go, will give us an opportunity to long. You want to long this. When you long this, we don't know if this top that's going to come after the long is going to form another pattern. If this forms another pattern, it can last for like 3-4 months, right? I don't know yet. I can't predict it. I can't project it. I need to see it. So the way it works is, when I get the bottom, right? When I get the bottom, I'll be able to tell you guys, shit, the pattern reset. Now anticipate another 3 top pattern or another 2 top pattern, or then it's only going to be a, dude, short the retest. Now be a retest. Now be the one that's going to bring us all the way down here. And then you want to long the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the bottom. And the moves up are tremendous, right? Bottom. And don't tell me about, well, you can't touch COVID and stuff like that. The top was 117%. Anticipate that we're going to go to, say, 16.5. Top's going to be 70%. Every time we bottom out in the daily, you're getting at least, well, look, it's getting smaller and smaller. So the next bottom should be probably like half of that, right? So I don't know where this is going to go, but let's just assume. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and make up nonsense. But just, you get what I'm trying to say. We still need a bounce from here somewhere. Good long opportunity. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Something like this, right? But this one, I made a whole new pattern. Went up. Didn't make a whole new pattern, made a whole new top, right? So just be cautious. Look, bottom, top. RSX is beautiful. Oh, we're about to get a top right now. Oh, can't wait, guys. Little head. 5 day. See the 5 day? This is, all right. This is basically, look, a 5 day retest, 5 day retest. This makes sense, right? Parabolic move up, broke down, went back up, broke down, went back up. There is no such thing as another retest over here. It's not going to happen. So when this curls, the 5 days is going to be in a downtrending position. So you're going to keep shorting every single bounce that you get on the daily and the 12 hour, right? Because the 5 days is going to be done. You're not going to come back from this 1, 2, 3 tops on the 3 day, on the 5 day. It's done. It's going to go down somewhere down here, right? It's very evident. Now, if you look at the monthly, yeah, weekly did a retest too. You see how beautiful that long is, all the way up, down. 2 week will probably give you the bull run move. By the time this 2 week comes down here, it's probably gonna be the start of another bull trend up. which is probably gonna lead you into 2022. Again, these are big moves, guys. It's the 2-week candles. This takes a year, bro. It takes us a long time. I need to go into this one. Look, beautiful little head. Beautiful little head. I told you we should never surpass this. We should not surpass this. I made this clear to you guys a month ago. We should not surpass this. This pattern is one pattern, and this should conclude. And then this is another pattern that got concluded. And then this is another pattern that got concluded. Right? And now we are anticipating that whatever dump we get over here will lead to a massive pattern up. I know this all looks crazy to you guys, man, but just trust me. Like this, right? And this will become the massive head to the left shoulder and then to the right shoulder of a macro move, which will lead to the real bull run, the massive bull run, not this crazy little fugazi ass freaking 500% up. I'm not gonna get rich on 500% up, dude. I want 10,000% up. If I'm buying BTC at 9,000, I want it to go to freaking 250,000, 100,000. I want it to go to 70,000. If I'm buying an altcoin at 10 cents, I want it to go to $15. That's a bull run, guys. That's life-changing money, and it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to reach 100,000. I don't know where it's going to cap out at, but this is ahead of a macro move. So if we had your left shoulder here, how about this? Let me make it even more clear to you guys. I'm going to make a whole different video afterwards. 2,000 days. There you go. If this isn't clear to you guys, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. Go back to the drawing board. And then this is your massive bull run. This right here. This is what I'm anticipating. This is what me and John have been projecting since we started, like freaking months ago. Not even months ago, since like 6 months ago, since we started doing patterns. I hope this is clear. I appreciate every one of you guys for supporting my craziness. And if you have any other questions regarding the high and the low for Monday high, Monday low, how to play it, please DM me. I'm here to help you guys. Again, another rejection of the daily open. I can't make this shit up, man. It's going to be your bread and butter for the next couple of weeks until we get back into a range. Monday high, Monday low, weekly open, daily open. That's all you need to have open on your screen. All right. Now, have your liquidity in the background too. I take off my labels because it's too congested with them. Take them off so I know where my green lines are. So if I see that we take liquidity, I like to punt my longs. Like for example, my 1 hour. 1 hour liquidity is serious, guys. When you take a 1 hour liquidity, don't neglect it. You take a 1 hour 25 in a range, it's serious. Don't neglect it, right? Don't neglect it. So 1 hour is legit. If you're scalping, yeah, look at the 30-minute. Also, bottom, top, bottom. You know, I turn these off. So this is what I have, and then I have my TMA, my mid band. That's it, and then my signals. That's it, and my oscillators. Here's my setup, guys. Cool, already exhausted. That's crazy. Look how choppy this range is. Look how beautiful. Everything's rejecting at the same area, dude. I can't make this up. The red zone. Rejection. Oops, sorry. Rejection. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. Cheers. Hope you enjoyed the video. DM me if you need any other questions. Appreciate it.